Welcome to Allie's Attic Show, where you never know what kind of surprise you'll find in my attic. I am your host, Allie, and today my surprise is a producer, a poet, a musician, a film composer, and a remixer. My goodness, he does it all. Please welcome melodywhore. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. So, okay, first off, let's talk about the name, because I've had people look at me like weirdly when I say, oh, Melody Whore is coming on my show. Explain Melody Whore, because I know what it means.
Actually, well, there was this some time back in 2000, or early 2000. I was I was actually in the process of moving from like a physical keyboard rig to a completely PC-based music production process, and so I was kind of having to shift gears, and I was in the process also new project, why not? So it all started. The name that I came up with initially, I wanted it to be controversial, but of course I wanted it to really, I guess explain in some way, the kind, where this music was coming from, what kind of music it was. And the initial name that I came up with was actually Melodies of Horror. so it was kind of like calling
anybody named Melody a whore.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So that lasted for a short while, and then at some point I decided, I'll just combine it together into one word. So that's kind of how Melody Whore was born.
And it just means that you love melodies.
A lot of my stuff is very melodic, and I do like the marriage of sound and putting different things together. So that's definitely a yes.
Gotcha. Good. Okay. Well, yeah, I knew what it meant. So now I just wanted to explain, because some people, when I said that you were coming on, they were like, what is his name? Anyway, what you do is amazing. When did you start this journey?
Let's see. I remember being a teenager and wanting to start a band with my friends. And of course, my friends probably were interested in it for about 5 minutes, and then that was about it. As I think I got my first keyboard when I was 17. It was like a Yamaha home keyboard. Just made sounds, couldn't really record or do anything interesting. So, but I've always really been interested in electronic sounds, and as long as I can remember, just listening to music, and that's kind of where my journey started. When I was 18, I acquired a Korg keyboard, a Korg M1. I don't know if we can product place here, but
yeah, of course you can, by all means.
So I got a Korg keyboard, an actual professional pro gear, I guess is how you put that. I also was using an Atari 1040 ST computer as a sequencer, and the Korg actually has an 8-track sequencer in it. So being multi-timbre is the technical term.
Yeah, you're talking French, but yes, go on.
Right. You can play more than one sound at the same time out of this one keyboard. Because I think, this was back in, I want to say, 87, 88.
Ah, okay. I'm kind of familiar with those keyboards, actually.
Right.
Just playing with them, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it was definitely, allowed me to put different sounds together. I did use both the Atari sequencer and the M1 sequencer, just from time to time, but that was kind of where it started. And initially I would just write music, play it for my friends. They'd go, their comments were, "Wow, that sounds a lot like Depeche Mode," or they'd say, you know, "That sounds like mood music," or "That sounds like I could hear that in a film." So those are the kinds of initial responses that I got. Funny thing is that those things still, I mean, it's pretty much the same kind of response.
Well, I know, and you want that. So,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going to read your bio just because I love this. So, Melody Whore is a dark, moody, electronic stairwell you climb, starting at the bottom and building up into grand steps and canyons. And that's exactly how it starts. Like, your songs are like that. It just so described your songs. I was like, wow, whoever wrote that, if that was you, like, you should maybe think about writing bios for people.
Yeah, actually, I did write that, but the way that when I build a song, I like to layer it. So I'll give you something simple in the beginning, or maybe just an atmospheric pad or something like that, just to kind of grab your interest, and then just slowly build it up.
Well, you do it well.
Thank
So
you.
the project began around 2000, and then the signature songs "Break and Soul" featuring Anna Lovelace and "A Brief Moment" were recorded and released. And since then, you've become a success with film scoring, remixing, and producing locally. So talk about "Break and Soul." I guess that was your breakthrough, "Break and Soul," right?
Broken Soul was one of the earlier songs that I wrote. It was actually written with another song that I need to release eventually, but sorry. That one's, the song that I'm referring to is called Scourge, but anyway, so Broken Soul and Scourge were some pretty good beginnings for me as far as defining my sound, or at least melody whore sound. So, that song was actually written quite a while ago, like probably, gosh, I can't remember. But the recording that's actually on the Snake album was done much later, and it was I was fortunate. I was lucky to have Anna Lovelace, who I had met on a bulletin board for another band. But we were, just, I mean, we'd never really met in person actually, but so online, we were good friends, and I asked her if she would do vocals for this track, and she's been in, obviously she's a vocalist herself, a musician. She's had projects like, Doxy was one of her projects. Anna Lovelace, of course, she's out there. You can find her on Spotify and all the streaming places, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting fact about Anna Lovelace is she's the mother of Hey Violet members Rena Lovelace and Nia Lovelace. But
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Little fun.
A little bit of
tidbit
trivia.
information.
Yeah. Okay, so then, since then, like I said, so film scoring, you've had some of your music in films, or?
I've composed, I guess both, because I've had melody whore songs in a film, and then I've composed the music for 2 independent films.
Oh, okay. Can you talk about the films or no? Because now I'm curious, but you don't have to. You don't have to.
There were, one was from a company called Second Impact Entertainment, and that was actually a Vancouver company. But somebody I had met online, Greg Milne, he was one of the co-directors in the film Without Light is the film title.
Okay.
And I believe you can find this film on Amazon, although I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've looked for it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
But-
exciting. And so did you get to see the movie and hear your music?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely. Without Light was my first experience doing a full feature film,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty interesting. I mean, they were sending me scenes, and I'd have the scene there, and I'd come up with something, and I'd send it to them, and they'd either say that's cool, let's tone it down, or that's not cool, and write something else.
That's awesome. I think that would be awesome to be watching a movie and hearing your own music. I still think it's cool that people can actually hear the music on the radio. Like that would be like an out-of-body experience, I think.
It's a bit surreal.
Yeah, right? Okay, so you've been remixing and producing locally. So explain what remixing is. I mean, I know what it is, but just explain what remixing is.
Remixing is taking someone else's song and putting your own spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've done a lot of remixes for independent artists, and I've actually entered some contests and actually won. Two in particular were there was a contest that Martin Atkins of Underground Inc. There was a contest for the song Everything. I think that was on. I can't even remember the name of that album title. It was a long title.
Okay.
But there was that one, and then I also won a remix contest for the band How to Destroy Angels. That's a Trent Reznor project with his wife.
Oh, okay. I've heard of Trent Reznor, but I've never heard of that band.
Yeah, How to Destroy Angels. The website Indaba, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's kind of like a website for producers to go and they offer remix. They have remix contests and things like that.
Okay.
But on there, I was so that was where that contest was, and I think there was 3 different songs that you could choose to remix and enter, and I did all 3 of them, but I won for the song On the Wing, which I've on Twitter I've tweeted that or a link to that song.
Oh, cool.
So that is up there if you want to take a look at it.
Sure, definitely. Okay, so now you say you produce locally. Where are you?
I'm in Houston.
Okay.
Houston area.
Houston, Texas. Wow. All right. I want to go there one day. Actually, I want to go to, Houston. I want to go to Austin, too. But anyway, maybe I'll come visit.
If
Okay.
you're going to do that, make sure you come in the fall or the winter time, because otherwise, you're going to melt over here.
Oh, yeah, probably, because I'm
Yeah.
not used to the hot weather. Now, before I get to the rest of it, who does your artwork?
Well, for the Xenophilia album, I did the artwork.
Wow.
And then the Snake album was actually just a photo that I took at the zoo. It's a snake.
Okay. Well, I like the art. I guess I'm assuming it's the one you did, because it's beautiful. Now, you're currently in the studio working on music and slaying dragons.
Right,
So, what are you, like, where are you going next? What can we expect from you?
The next plan was to, I was thinking about putting out an EP. That would be a first for me, which would be a completely vocal album. Most of the time when I put out an album, it's other people singing and music, and then also included with that would be instrumentals. But I would just like to I was going to put out an EP. I was thinking about putting out an EP that would be just me, vocals, music. But I don't know, the longer that I take with this, I just, it's like, it seems like I have enough material here for an entire album. So I don't know. I had originally planned on putting out this EP in mid-August. I'm sorry, in mid-2018. Obviously, we're a little bit past that now. So it'll probably be pushed out a little bit further. But
that's what your plans are. Okay. Now, because you've been doing this for a while, and you've been in contests, and you're doing, many things. You're not just doing music. You're doing producing and poetry and film composing. Well, although that is music. Same with remixing. If you had any advice to give anybody that's out there, that's just either starting out or already in the industry, what do you think you would tell them based on what you've gone through?
Well, when I was younger, actually probably prior to the Xenophilia album, I had this stigma stuck in my head that, trying to get somebody else to listen to my music was like spam. So, like, for me to go out there and post a link to something, I just didn't feel like that was okay, But I came to the realization that, as an independent artist, I mean, the only way that you're going to get other people to listen to your music is if they know about it. And so I just kind of, took off the training wheels and, I just started. If I was going to give anybody some advice, it's like, don't be afraid to, put your stuff out there. I mean, a lot of people are probably, writing music is like, kind of putting your soul out there for everybody to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And, just don't be afraid to get out there. Definitely, don't limit yourself. Try different things. One of the best ideas I heard for promotion was to have a laundromat listening party, and that's where you go to a laundromat, or I guess you organize this where you're going to go to a laundromat, people can go there, and you're going to pay to wash and dry their laundry while they listen to your music.
Oh my God!
That's kind of, it's a bit off kilter there, and actually I'll give credit to Martin Atkins for that. Martin Atkins from PIL and Ministry fame.
Wow. I've never heard that before. You're the first. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's something he put in his first book, which I think is titled "Welcome to the Music Business, You're Fucked."
Oh my goodness, that is so apt. Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, and I a lot of his advice, a lot of things that he's, definitely there's resources out there for you. Definitely look into that. Another good piece of advice is don't, if you're out there looking for a paycheck, you're not going to find it. You got to go out there and you got to make contacts, and you have to, you have to talk to people, and you have to be, you have to, get to know people, and you're going to relate to other people because that's just the way we are. We're human.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's definitely what I would recommend. I mean, if the money will come, just make sure, get out there and put yourself out there and make yourself available. Because, one of the hardest things for an independent musician is to get someone else to listen to your music.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's great advice. I like that. And I love the laundromat thing. I never heard of that before. Okay, so what two songs are we going to hear?
We are going to hear Moan Pleasure Sin, and we're also going to hear All Along.
And that's featuring Vox Lucius, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to say this quickly. When I listen to your music, the first thing, one of the things I love about music is it can transport you, or it can make you feel a certain way. Your music, if I close my eyes and I listen to your music, I picture a dark place with people stacked, side by side by side by side, dancing just really slowly and erotically, and you know what I mean? That's just the picture I get when I hear your music. So if that's what you're going for, you hit it. You did it.
There is somewhat of a sexual vibe to my stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I kept that PG. I kept them up. But yeah, that's exactly where it transported me. And I was, my eyes were closed and I was swaying and I was just like, oh my God, I love it. Absolutely love it. you can find you all over social media. You can you can purchase your music pretty much everywhere online, right? Wherever people buy their audio online. And we can find you on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I want to say thank you so much for coming. I could talk to you forever. I want to say thank you. I say that to so many people, and it's so cool because it's true. Because you click with some people, right? And you just want to talk and talk and talk.
You got my Skype now, so.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be talking. If you ever, like, something new happens and you want to come back on the show, you know how to get a hold of me. If you want me to help promote singles, I have a page on my website called Allie's Odds and Ends where I throw up artists' singles and help promote them. I want to say thank you so much for sharing your music, number one, because I absolutely love it, and for coming on my show, Melody Whore. I wish you the best success, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. And thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic Show. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you'll find in Allie's Attic. Cheers.